This Civic Media podcast is sponsored by UW Organ and Tissue Donation. Organ donations are desperately needed, and now is the right time to become an organ donor. Talk to your family. Get the dot. Save lives. Go to heroicdeed.com.
This is your WAUK Daily News Roundup for the Shaw, 101.1 FM and 540 AM in Waukesha.
For 540 WAUK News, I'm Stuart J. Waddles. It was just before Christmas Day that around 200 Ozaukee County workers got layoff notices. Guy & O'Neill, a manufacturer of wet wipes and liquid products, has announced the closure of its Ozaukee County facility. The January 31st closure will result in 196 job losses. The company filed a notice with the State Department of Workforce Development, but didn't provide a reason for the shutdown. A flaming pile of hot garbage was dumped on a Milwaukee street yesterday. DPW had to act quick when the contents of a garbage truck got lit and started to smoke and flame. The dumping and the clear-out happened near Astor and Leon. It appears hot coals were in a garbage bin that had been collected. There were no injuries. The Deep Thought remains, but maybe not for long. A boat named Deep Thought has been stranded between Milwaukee's McKinley and Bradford beaches for nearly 80 days. Yesterday, there was another attempt at removal. The vessel is stuck in the sand, making extraction efforts challenging. It broke off from its moorings back in October. The failed towing attempt yesterday included the use of a tow rope that snapped. A Milwaukee institution for nearly 60 years is set to close after their New Year's Eve bash. Victor's nightclub will shut down after a grand finale. The iconic East Side Bar will continue to serve until 4 on New Year's Day, marking its final day in business. The $1.7 million property, including all the fixtures and furniture, is listed for sale with Colliers, Wisconsin. Revelers can celebrate safely this New Year's Eve with several travel options. Returning again is the MCTS Free Transit Program. That includes free rides on all routes starting at 8 tonight. 9 popular routes, such as the Connect 1 BRT and the Green Line, will extend service until 4 a.m. Outside the city, the Tavern League has the Safe Ride program, which offers free ride options for bar patrons. For those requiring vehicle assistance, AAA's Tow-to-Go service provides free 10-mile tows. There's more about the options at WAUKradio.com. And that's news on 540 WAUK. I'm Stuart J. Waddles.
Marquette basketball tonight. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. Men's college basketball. The Marquette Golden Eagles are on the road in Rhode Island tonight to take on the Providence Friars. Marquette now 11-2 for the season. Head coach Shaka Smart on being ranked 8th in the nation again this week.
In sports, it comes down to what color you're wearing, and which side you're on and which perspective you have. What I tell our guys is we're going to control the controllables, and it doesn't change regardless of the results out there.
NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks in Chicago against the Bulls. A recap on those games coming up later tonight. NFL, the Packers reviewing the tape of their 27-25 loss to the Vikings Sunday. Packers head coach Matt LaFleur.
I thought there was a lot of things within our own control in terms of playing with fundamentals and discipline that we did not do a very good job of, and that was disappointing. It just was sloppy football.
That's Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. People seem to notice the variety of well-reviewed films playing at the box office currently and headed to the big screen over the weekend. Sonic the Hedgehog Part 3 took the top spot at the gate with $38 million and is currently at $137 million in its first 2 weeks in theaters. The Lion King's Mufasa took a close second place with $37 million and change in its second week and is showing some good word of mouth as it is actually outperforming its haul from last week. People also wanted a little horror over their holiday as newcomer Nosferatu, which opened on Christmas Day, surprised prognosticators by pulling in $40 million over 5 days and $21 million over the weekend. Wicked and Moana 2 rounded out the top 5, with Wicked pulling in $19.5 million and Moana 2 pulling in just over $18 million. Also opening on Christmas Day was the new Bob Dylan biopic, A Complete Unknown, which pulled in $23 million over 5 days and finished in 6th place last weekend with $11.6 million. All I wanted was to hold on and live. Those are the words of Gal Gadot, who recently gave birth to her fourth daughter. The drama surrounding the birth was right out of a movie script, as the actress revealed that during the 8th month of her pregnancy, an MRI showed a massive blood clot in her brain. Gadot was rushed into surgery and during the operation gave birth to her daughter Ori. The 39-year-old actress says the name means My Light and that it was appropriate as Hanukkah is a celebration of light and miracles. Golden Globes host Nikki Glaser might have a furrowed brow through this year's broadcast. You can chalk that up to bad timing, as the comedian was planning on getting plastic surgery but had to reschedule once she got the gig. Glaser says she was planning on getting a brow lift, but her agent advised her to wait until after the Golden Globes. Translation? Instead of looking surprised when she reads the nominees, she'll look grumpy. The Golden Globes airs Sunday, January 5th on CBS. Former President Jimmy Carter passed away this past weekend at the age of 100. Many remember Carter for his decency, endless service to humankind, which included his involvement with Habitat for Humanity. But what most people don't know is that he was also related to Motown Records founder Berry Gordy. Gordy said that in 1978, his sister Esther did some digging into their family tree. Gordy says he was filled with shock and pride when he found out that he and Carter were actually third cousins. There's as much drama off-screen surrounding actress Blake Lively and actor-director Justin Baldoni as there was on-screen for their film It Ends With Us. Following Lively's lawsuit claiming Baldoni sexually assaulted her and launched a smear campaign against her, Baldoni is filing a countersuit claiming Lively and her team launched a smear campaign against him. Does anything good ever come from a Hollywood smear campaign? Oh yeah, publicity. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
It is going to be cloudy today with a few scattered off and on light rain showers at times. Our high in the upper 30s with wind north at 10 to 20. Tonight, that rain could change to a few flurries. Our low down to 25 tomorrow. Partly cloudy and colder with a high of 28. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable. Outside now, it's 33.
That's your WAUK Daily News Roundup from Civic Media. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts. Find more news at WAUKradio.com. The national news cycle never stops, but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.